I am just delighted today to be joined by Evita Griskenas, who is a Olympian from Illinois 6, already an Olympian. You competed at Tokyo in rhythmic gymnastics, right?
Correct.
And are going to Paris. Huge congratulations to you. And do I understand you were also the most decorated gymnast at the Pan Am Games? Did I get that
Yes,
right?
I was the most decorated Pan American Games athlete in the Lima 2019 Pan American Games. And then in total, between both Pan American Games that I've attended to, I'm a 10-time medalist.
How did you get involved in rhythmic gymnastics?
So I saw it on TV and I fell in love with it. And I said, Mom, I really want to do rhythmic gymnastics. And so, of course, she laughed because there's this 4-year-old, like begging to do rhythmic. And so then she finally got enough of my begging and took me to an artistic gymnastics gym, which is the Simone Biles Gymnastics, and says she's never been more embarrassed in her entire life because I took one look around, crossed my arms, and went, this is the wrong gymnastics, and refused to do anything until she took me to rhythmic gymnastics.
What should people know about rhythmic gymnastics, and what should they watch for when they're watching for you on the television?
Sure, rhythmic gymnastics is the perfect blend of athleticism and art. And so there's two, I guess, like competitive styles within rhythmic gymnastics. There's individual, where there's one person competing on the carpet, and then there's group, where there's 5 people chucking equipment at each other and doing crazy things. I'm an individual. And for this Paris Games, I'm the only one from Team USA who's competing. So I kind of am Team USA for rhythmic. And in general, in rhythmic gymnastics, you have to perform with all 4 apparatuses. So we have the hoop, the ball, the clubs, and the ribbon. Each routine is a minute and a half long. And essentially, the goal is to look as seamless, as flawless as possible. And my personal goal is to pass on as much emotion to the audience as possible.
What's going to be different for you? This is your second Olympics. What's going to be different in Paris than Tokyo, you think?
Having an audience. Like, I'm so excited to have
Oh,
people
that's right.
there. And
COVID, yeah.
yes, and I mean, our sport is so emotive, and there's so much of that energy exchange with the audience. When you do a very cool turn or a very interesting catch, everyone erupts and clapping, and that gives you this adrenaline rush, and it's such a performative sport. So I'm really excited to have people there, and of course we'll have people from the Chicagoland area and all over the country who are going to come to support, which makes it all the more exciting because my competitions are all abroad mostly. There's only a few that happen domestically. And so I'm really excited to have people who are from, home country coming to
Yeah.
go watch.
We're so excited to be going back. I mean, a lot of folks, myself included, don't get anywhere close to one Olympics, but that's awesome. You get to go twice and especially get like a full one this time. What's your like, who are the big competitors that you're nervous about this time?
I wouldn't say I'm nervous about competitors
There you go.
because at the end of the day, what matters is that am the best version of myself out there. And I love performing, and I just want to do what I love with love. And that's kind of my ultimate goal. So I'm not too focused on what other people are doing.
That's awesome.
First year, I say I started my academics with an Olympics. Now I'm ending my academics with an Olympics,
Oh,
which is really cool. I started during the COVID years, so it was online initially. And then for 3 years now, I've been doing it in person, which means that I fly between New York and Chicago pretty much every single week unless I'm traveling abroad for competitions. And so I'll leave, let's say, Sunday nights, be at school, let's say Monday through half of Wednesday, fly back, either train at the end of the day or just come back and then train the rest of the days that I'm in Chicago. And of course, the schedule fluctuates, but that's generally what it looked like for the last 3 years if I had to average it out.
wow. That's impressive. Do you have a trainer in New York as well, or do you do New York for school and Chicago's for training?
Chicago's for training, but when I'm in New York, I will do a lot of cross training by myself, like in a gym, or just things that are rhythmic inspired, but not necessarily drilling my routines or the things you'd see when I perform.
Okay. Okay. Well, that is so cool. It's we are so lucky to have you here from Illinois 6th. Hopefully we'll get all of Illinois 6 rooting for you.
Yes,
And
please.
cheering you on. When do you head out?
I compete August 8th and 9th. So 8th is the qualifications. There will be all 4 events. And then if I qualify, then I'll compete on the 9th as well.
Are you going to go out for the opening ceremony as well?
No, I will be in France because I'll be training in a different location, but I will be able to do closing ceremonies which I think is super cool because one of my favorite parts of a ceremony or a closing ceremony is that they switch the flags. So the flags all come up, and then you see the flag of the country that hosted the Olympics come down, and then the new flag for the next games is hosted up. And the same thing happens in the Pan American Games. And so I remember in Tokyo, I watched the French flag come up and I thought, wow, I have to stay. That's it. Like, I have to do another Olympics. And then this time around, guess what flag is coming up?
I should know the answer to that question.
The United States
Is it ours?
flag.
Oh, there you
Because,
go.
yes, because the Olympics in 2028 are in LA. And
Yeah.
so this time I get to be, again, this like see this historical moment where like, but this time the American flag comes up and I'm just, oh, I'm so excited for that.
That's I wonder if you talk to your fellow athletes, I wonder how many of you see that flag go up, and that's the moment where you think, yeah, I'm going to do one more Olympics if I can.
Definitely thinking about it.
Well, wishing you luck. We'll be watching you closely, and thanks so much for taking the time out of your ridiculously busy schedule to join us and chat.
Thank you. I really much appreciate it. Have a
Thanks.
wonderful day.